The following presentation was made possible by the Alltech Media Group, a Southern California multimedia company providing exponential branding and marketing services to all their clients. The Alltech Media Group understands the value of the 3W strategy, providing their clients proven, trackable results. Let us make it easy for you to grow your business. Visit alltechmedia.com.
Our keynote speaker became Chancellor of Riverside Community College on July 21st of 2014, after serving for 4.5 years as president of Milwaukee Area Technical College. He has more than 25 years of experience in community colleges in Texas, Idaho, and California. He believes that the greatest strengths of a community college is the quality of education it provides, the partnerships it's able to build in public and private sector, and the support it receives from its diverse communities. I can share with you that the best value I received in my college years was the 2 years I spent at Riverside Community College. With English professors like the late Tom Johnson and Bill Wiley, how could you not go wrong? Many of us in this room share the pride of being an RCC Tiger. We're pleased this morning to welcome the Chancellor of the Riverside Community College District, Dr. Michael Burke.
It's a pleasure to be here. I want to thank the Chamber, particularly Cindy Roth, for inviting me to speak this morning. I promise to be as brief as a college chancellor can legally be, and I plan to speak as rapidly as humanly possible. I brought my stopwatch app just in case. If I may take a moment, I'd like to thank the greater Riverside community. This is a remarkably welcoming place. You have a remarkable community here. My wife and I are enjoying ourselves. We're very grateful for you. We're grateful for, as we say in Texas, all y'all, for providing us a place to land here in this community. We feel very welcome, so thank you very much. I want to thank and recognize the 4 members of my board who are here today. We have our board chair, Virginia Blumenthal, Janet Green to her left, Nathan Miller, and Mary Figueroa. Thank you for coming. And no pressure, right? No pressure. Thank you. I've been asked to explain myself. That is, yes, I am responsible for that giant hole that you see over on Market and University. I am responsible for all those cement trucks that rolled through our community this summer, and I am responsible for all the traffic congestion around that site in the heart of our community. And yes, we are doing something big in downtown Riverside. We are doing something historic. When we are finished, the Centennial Plaza will be an architectural marvel. It has already won architectural awards so far. It will be a home to thousands of students every day, and it will be the hub for arts and culture right here in downtown Riverside. Plus, I get to have an office there. It's good to be the chancellor. Once the fences went up, you could see that we were doing something, but I'm sure many of you couldn't quite figure out what we were doing. Now the steel is starting to pop up over the fences. The brick walls are coming up. The concrete piers are coming up. And so Cindy has asked me to share with you how we got to today, what the vision is for this structure and this project in the future, and how this story is going to end, and she wants me to do it in 3 minutes. So I brought some amazing software to paint the picture for all of you. First start, just to orient everyone, this is the block at University and Market right next to White Park. This site dates back to the 1800s with a host of challenges, a host of opportunities. Just a show of hands real quick. Raise your hand if you're getting a little weary of your job providing you with so many opportunities. Is it just me, Chris? Yeah. As Chris Carlson, our facilities director, will testify, this has been an opportunity-rich environment for us. This entire block is being developed and redeveloped. It will include the long-anticipated Coyle School for the Arts. It will have an integrated portfolio of arts, culture, and education programs at a significant intersection in downtown in the City of Arts and Innovation. As you see here, there are 3 structures underway to accompany the existing Center for Social Justice and Civil Liberties, which used to be, as I understand, the Citrus Belt Bank building, for those of you who remember that. This building comes with a rare Churrigueresque style Spanish Baroque facade by Stiles, who also did El Capitan and the Wiltern Theaters in Los Angeles. The center's open on Saturdays from 10 to 4, and it's free. I encourage you to come by, if nothing else, to see the Monet Okubo art exhibit, and the art collection there, frankly, is just jaw-dropping. I encourage you to see that. These 3 new structures will include the Culinary Arts Academy, which is moving from our Spruce location to downtown. It's a 3-story facility. It'll have classrooms, dining room, 4 kitchens, and rooftop social space with a chef's garden and a catering kitchen. It'll have the district offices, which will allow us to consolidate all of our district services, which are scattered around the community, into a single site, which will help with, I believe, with our operational efficiency. And I think the hallmark of this is the Coyle School for the Arts, which is going to include a 450-seat performance hall, music rooms, practice rooms, music library, piano lab, recording rooms, MIDI labs, classrooms and faculty offices, and next door to it is a much-needed parking structure. You may recall that we broke ground for this block on March 13th in 2014. Very well-attended event, had about 200 people there. Board Chair Virginia Blumenthal pitched in, did some shovel duty, as you can see in some photograph. And yes, that is a giant spoon that is being used by our culinary faculty on the right there. Some habits are hard to break, as you can imagine. We have a lead gift for our culinary facility from the Wong family of the Chung King restaurants. We also have a legacy gift from Henry Coyle Jr. in honor of his parents, Mr. Henry Coyle Sr. and Alice Edna Coyle. As the saying goes, it takes a village. This is part of that village. We're constructing this using a construction management multi-prime process led by Tilden Coyle. Thank you very much for doing this for us. On January 12th, 2014, we had a contractor outreach event. We invited over 5,000 contractors who were considering being part of this project to that event. And as you can see here, we engaged a small army of people to get this work done. So, with the groundbreaking on March 16th, 2014, 2014, excuse me, our 98th anniversary, by the way, we began our version of the Big Dig. This location and site is truly redevelopment. We are providing 21st century infrastructure at a 19th century site. We're engaging in all manner of site improvements, building pads, footing development, as you can imagine, see from this photo. So you're probably sitting there asking yourself, what could possibly go wrong, right? What could possibly go wrong? Well, honestly, a lot. But we remain undaunted, and frankly, we anticipated all of these opportunities, and I think we've done remarkable work in what is a redevelopment site. Let me share a few pictures that will highlight the abundant site improvements that we're making here. You'll see we had to do shoring around the existing building so the building doesn't go anywhere. We had to dig basements down, remove soil so that we can go up and down at the same time, create building pads. And we found some rather unique opportunities I'm referring to as hidden treasures here. First of all, developing a block dating back from the 1800s that was once swampland provides you a lot of opportunities. First of all, you'll see on the left an underground tank that was from a former gas station, complete with 100-year-old heating oil. Thank you very much. We had to remove that. The center picture is an interesting collection of some of the treasures that we found on the site as we excavated. And on the right, what looks like a hole in the ground is really a hole in the ground, okay? We found a cavern that's 4 feet deep, 5 feet wide, that extended 45 feet underground, 1 foot below the surface of University Avenue. And luckily, University Avenue hasn't caved in by now. We had a lot of other opportunities, as you can imagine. I want to kudo to all the city departments that were part of this village that made this happen. We could not have done this without their support. It was imperative that we installed new infrastructure on this site. We need bandwidth for the 21st century. The city and the utility agencies all assisted us as partners to move these improvements along, regardless of whatever opportunities that we found in the soil there. And by the way, or as my daughter would say, BTW, by the way, we're reusing and recycling the granite curbs along University when the project is over. So here's some view of more of the site work. If you're wondering if that's an archaeological site, that's kind of what it looks like for the first 6 months as we dug down. Next slide, Chris. This is some of the archaeology that we were doing on the site, give you a sense of the complexity of what we're doing. And unfortunately, all this work will lead to stuff you'll never see again. It'll all be buried up in the next few months. This summer, we had 3 separate concrete pours. Chris Carlson has a door prize for anyone who would correctly solve the math problem at 7:30 in the morning. No one from Tilden Coyle is eligible to win this prize, Dane. Any guess how many concrete trucks it takes to yield 3,800 cubic yards of concrete? A whole bunch, right? Yeah, correct winner. The answer is 380 trucks were engaged in this unique kind of synchronized swimming this summer, if you can imagine that, of trucks pulling out and leaving and pouring concrete for several days consistently through that period, yielding 3,800 cubic yards of concrete. The site necessitated geopiers. Everybody knows what geopiers are, right? I had no idea. This was swampland, so we actually had to drill holes in the ground, pour aggregate in it, and then tamp that back down to make sure that the buildings would actually stay in place once we built them. So after spending several $100,000, we had a plain dirt lot at the end of the day. Second round of the BIM process here, I'd like to show you. This will take you up to the completion of the project. Thank you, Chris. Here is the site as of yesterday, and we're ready to go from this to this. This is the real keynote speaker. This is the final end product of all those wonderful opportunities that we've had. We will be open for our centennial celebration in 2016. So Mike, thank you for the opportunity to be here today.